Welcome to the Sunday preview for this seventh and last Sunday in the Easter season, and we'll be celebrating Pentecost next week. So we have a reading from chapter 17 of St. John's Gospel. Lifting his eyes to heaven, Jesus prayed, saying, "Holy Father, I pray not only for them, but also those who will believe in me through their word. They may all be one, as you, Father, are in me and I in you, that they also may be in us, that the world may believe that you sent me. And I have given them the glory that you gave me, that they may be one as we are one, I in them and you in me, that they may be brought to perfection as one, that the world may know that you sent me, and that you love them even as you loved me. Father, they are your gift to me. I wish that where I am, they also may be with me, that they may see my glory that you gave me, because you loved me before the foundation of the world. Righteous Father, the world also does not know you, but I know you, and they know that you sent me. I made known to them your name, and I will make it known, that the love with which you loved me may be in them, and I in them." The Gospel of the Lord. Well, this chapter 17 of St. John's Gospel is known as the famous priestly prayer of Jesus, because this long discourse in St. John's Gospel begins at the Last Supper around chapter 13 with the washing of the feet, and then it goes on through the Eucharist and speaking of his body and blood. And now chapter 17, Jesus directs himself not so much to the disciples, but he's praying to God the Father, and they're listening, that he's interceding with the Father for his disciples. And he says, I don't ask you to take them from the world, but that you protect them from the world. And he prays that the love that the Son and the Father have for each other may also be in the disciples as well, in order that the world know that you, Father, sent me, Jesus. It's kind of really amazing and profound when you think about what that implies. That the love that we have for each other and the love of God that's in us is going to be the proof that Jesus truly is who he said he was, that the Father sent him. And it's pretty demanding when you think it over, that we're supposed to have a church where the charity is so strong among the members that we've got the same kind of self-sacrificing love for each other that Jesus had for us, that led him to the cross. And if we had that kind of self-sacrificing, total, limitless love for each other, then the world would come to believe. And I suppose you could just interpret the history of the church in these last 2,000 years from that perspective, where we've been effective in spreading the gospel. It's because we're living authentically that love of Christ, that the unity amongst us has been more perfect and we've been more successful. And where we have no one listening to us in the world, not paying attention to the church, maybe it's because we're not loving each other very well. And that reminds us too of the great scandal there is in the fact that we've split into something like 40,000 different Christian denominations, each going its own way with its own interpretations, very often working against each other rather than together. And that's why the work of ecumenism and praying together and working together with the other Christian churches in order to build understanding and charity is so important. Because as long as the world sees just a whole bunch of different Christian sects, it's going to be harder for them to come to believe in the true Jesus, which is represented in the Catholic Church, with the fullness of the sacraments and the fullness of the structure of the church. So let's keep working for unity and charity. It starts with each one of us. How do we love our neighbor? How do we love our family? How do we love those who disagree with us? It's a challenge to each of us to build that unity.